What's up, spooky party people? I'm Markimus Prime, and we are back with Scarlet Hollow, episode 4. I think is the last episode. Alright, cool. We can explore joining the Discord or to follow them on Twitter. I think it's Black Tabby Games. In the description, there's a link to the game if you want to find out more. The next episode. Yeah, sometimes, Grad, they just forgot about Dre. Like, they got something to say. They moved their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, really. Really just a bunch of gibberish. How you doing tonight, Grad? Yeah, let's get let's recap. Let's do a bit of a recap. Because here's the bus that we came in on. Our Aunt Pearl Ann's dead. Our cousin, there he is, cousin Tabby. She's apparently a bitch, from what everyone's telling me. Oh, nice. You're plenty good. You're plenty. Game Jam should be getting good for you. Stay in her house. Her house is dilapidated, as you can see from the many broken bits of it. Oh yes, the weird ditchlings that are doing things to the animals. Apparently laying eggs in their faces. That deer's lucky to be alive. I might not be lucky to be alive. That might be the opposite of lucky for being alive at that point. Duke and Gretchen and Stella found ditchlings and he shot one. I punched one. We have a powerful build this time. Next time I do want a animal talking one. Traits. I didn't realize she wore a Sailor Moon shirt here. That is actually a Sailor Moon shirt. Like that is a print taken from a graphic. That was Kanika and her mom. Her mom might be a witch of some kind, a healer. We spent the night at Stella's. Tabitha did not like that. Avery was a cool dude. Or them. It was a cool them. Aunt. They owned the diner, basically, and they had the best biscuits around, apparently. There's Oscar, wearing not the tank top this time. Yeah, we went ghost hunting. We had to find... That's right, we had to find Rosalina. She was in a cave. This is Dr. Kelly. She was rude. Very rude. She doesn't like anybody, but she's also trying to protect her son. Wayne's a weird dude. He's in the thumbnail. Wayne's stalking us. There's Rosalina. Off she goes to that cave with the... Yeah, there's the cave that... No, abandoned mine. Not just a cave, just an abandoned mine. It is his world. It's Wayne's world. Excellent. Party time. Excellent. Okay. This is all of Rosalina's friends. She's kind of a bitch. He's an asshole that's lazy. This is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Which is great because they did not have him in Velma. Which was not like that show. Sorry if you do, but you have bad taste. Oh, and then Kanika is injured by a pair of thunderous knockers. Kids go further into the cave. Our buttholes. Just like this, a big gaping butthole. Nice stalkers, yeah. Oh, we saw a cave carving. There's carvings that give us visions and seizures sometimes. Abandoned mine caves in. Sounds like my occupation, IRL. Yeah, man. Pretty much. She was being shitty. Blaming on everyone except herself, who was going... Tabitha was mad again. Big surprise. We're in bed. Dusty. Oh yeah, we can... Every time we go to sleep, we see Stella and weird ghost creatures that look like minor ghosts. Not like minor ghosts, like they're under 18, but minors with the headlamps and the pickaxes kind of ghosts. I think that actually some of them were under 18. In that cave in 100 years ago. The children working in the mines. They should not have been. What's up, Zell? How you doing tonight? Here's the possums that live in our dresser drawer. Pickaxe wielding miners. Under 18, pickaxe wielding miners. Oh yeah, that's Janie. She's married to the pastor who's creepy as fuck. This is, oh yeah, they went, she made me come to the general store with her to get some weird tea from her that I don't know anything really about. Miners. That's Duke and his son Bo, who's as big as a house and looks like Reacher. Oh, we made biscuits with Stella at her house. Gretchen is there hanging out. That's all. Duke. The mayor's a dog. That was another thing we found out. Gretchen does not like the mayor dog, Mayor Jimmy. He didn't say anything. This is the weird pastor guy. We talked about Pastor Daniel a little bit. Everyone back there is visiting the dog in the library / town hall. This was mentioned at some point later. Cap. Oh right, this is Reese. Reese here is an artist, as you can see. He's very sickly. It's Dr. Kelly's son, and Stella and Kanika's friend. They're all their friends. The Duke. Just Duke. Guy named Duke with a Duke hat. Who's Duke? Big Duke. Small Duke. Big Bo. We had store-bought spaghetti dinner. Oh, Reese got sicker. Mommy got angrier. There's an amplification there. Oh, in the last episode. Oh, yeah. Oscar was wearing a tank top for some reason the whole entire episode. Avery came by. We went ghost hunting in their house that's connected to the library. This is a bloodstain thingy. Here's a stain. Under the stain's a trap door. This is where we get passed out. We pass out. We pass out and have visions. Everyone gets possessed, and everyone remembers everything. Like this. This is a possessed Stella and Gretchen. I'm assuming Gretchen is possessed. I couldn't talk to her because I don't have the animal talking trait. But she got possessed in the weird possession world while they were being puppeteered by somebody. And there's oh, I didn't even see this pickaxe that was bloody. This marionette right here is very telling of what they are. Everyone's a marionette. Wayne appears out of nowhere a bunch of times and talks to us and tells us not to sell some of our life in a deal to make sure this ghost guy goes away. Sins of the father. Oh right, ghost guy here is Charles Shaw Jr. Charles Shaw Sr. died of disease after being marked a murderer for that, I believe, for the cave collapse. And then Charles Shaw Jr., who was in love with Edwardine Scarlet, our great grandmother. Maybe there's another great in there. I don't know. But she bashes him in the face with a baseball bat and throws him down a hole where he rots, and then haunts the place. That was fuck. And he was on top of another carving. Yep, there's Wayne. Wayne was there. Here's the place where the carving is, and alternate universe, that's where the thumbnail comes from. Fell. Somehow get outside. Talk. Wayne talks to us. I guess he brought us up. Smells of rot. Oh, we tried to talk to Stella, but she's like, no, I'm sorry, and then runs away. She texts us later, but she doesn't. We have a nice walk and talk with Sybil where we find out she's a healer. Surprise. Also, Tabitha was angry with us, which has been the theme for the whole entire game. And now we're in bed. This is the text with Stella I talked about. Now we're all caught up. Yeah, Charles Shaw Jr.'s spirit took over the library. Because we didn't sell the rest of our life to him. You know, just the end of it. You have some years before we die, but you know, he gets the rest of that after that. Our years, I think he called them. The disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. You open your eyes, it's a new day. Last night seemed so far away, you can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and your bloodline. Because we're Scarlet. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Made it home okay? That question. Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? Why isn't Stella capitalized? You check your messages. There's nothing. Text Stella. Well, okay, we should text Stella. More than hot stuff. I don't think flirting is a good thing to do after what happened last night. Ran this home off last night. Text me as soon as you get. Do that. Go with this one. You wait a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Call Stella. Stella, hey, what's up? Just kidding, I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message or don't. I never check this thing. So, mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. You know, I've done that once, but I didn't get enough messages for it to be full ever because no one called me. Also, that was in high school. No one called me. Messaged me last night, but she hasn't messaged since then. And we tried to call last night during the text message session, and it didn't respond. So maybe her phone's possessed. Worried for her about it. Yeah, we're worried. I'm glad you've heard from her. At least I'm worried too. Let's meet up in town. We should go looking for her. We should go looking for her. Looks like you have morning plans in order. This is the possums. Who gave them bread? They both have a bread now. That's nice. Wave at them. They continue to stare at you blankly. It's a nice little possum family they're starting to form. Get bread from. I didn't give it to them. Is Tabitha keeping possums in that drawer and feeding them? Take a shower. Might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. Yeah, after all, we passed out in a mine and didn't take a shower last night. Actually, we passed out in a hole. Even a mine. Feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place. Confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you think about the door in the clinic. You're still drawn to it even now. Going back there today, you're sure of it. Okay. You can think about Stella. No, I don't want to scrape memories off my skin. Sybil had a nice warning. Wayne, he was there. No, I don't think we're ever truly alone. Well, think about Stella. Hope she's just sleeping in. You're done here. I don't know what this does to our choices, but I guess it's a thing. Yeah, we turn off the water. We go dry ourselves off. You're done here. Wait, that moved. And there's mud here. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing. Judging by the residue that was left behind, you're pretty sure you know the culprit. That means he was in your room. But was he there while you were out the previous day, or did he enter while you slept unaware? I think that's Wayne. I don't know, but character knows. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Time to face your cousin. Not here, but it looks like she left the counter. Had to run. The librarian needed a new house, so I'm giving him the keys to the Maxwell place. How many properties does she own? The miners decided to stage a strike today, of all days, so I won't be around. I know there's no point in asking you not to do anything reckless, but I'm asking anyway. Be back late. Call if you get in trouble, Tabitha. Guess we can call. Fuel up with a quick jelly sandwich. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. Make yourself a jelly sandwich in anticipation for the long day. Oh, that's right. We chose to be allergic to peanuts. That's why it's a jelly sandwich, not a PB&J. That's that. Town. Time to head to town. Head to the front door and begin your trek to... Sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds. Path, watery gray light. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. Oh, okay, those are they're here, the ditchlings. They're just hanging out. They're Boulder. So you're surprised you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. I was up most of the night, totally wired on adrenaline. Even I'd been able to chill out a bit. You know, that thing was right down the street, and not super conducive. No, that's not a thing. It doesn't go away on its own. Does the library look different? Like the haunting from outside? Boarded up. But I can't say I've gotten close enough to see much. We'd always check it out together. So maybe we'd better not tempt it. That ghost seemed pretty desperate to eat your soul. Hopefully some slapdash plywood is all it takes to contain that thing. I don't like the thought of it spilling out onto Main Street if it smells a drop of scarlet blood nearby. Oh. Why are we trying to give up our cousin? Although she is kind of a bitch, apparently, according to the town. Everyone in town thinks she's very cold and mean. Probably isn't that mean. Everyone's misjudging her, apparently, according to Stella. That's a good one. No hooligans break in. Get trapped in ghost hell. Yeah, the ghost might have upheld it. No, it won't. It's a ghost. No. Let's talk. Let's do the hooligan. Where there are abandoned buildings, there are people trying to break in and get spooked. They're gonna get spooked, all right. Like American Horror Story style. Nothing we can do to stop that, but maybe the ghost won't possess anyone if there aren't any Scarlets around to guilt trip. Who knows? Also, all of them should leave. Wait, what? You're coming up to see me? That's no flirting. Flirt with Stella. That's who we have chosen to flirt with this game. There's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though. Text much. And I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, seeing her like that last night was off. She's so unflappable. Nika and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Want to come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming late today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. What I saw this morning, there's already a few miners already holed up in there. They must be using it as home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. I have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Alright, ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Every turns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way. Kind of funny. Now that I'm getting a good look at them. Scrunched up little Sharpay faces. I guess they do. Well, like, not that one. That one's a stretched out face. That's more Sharpay-ish, I guess. So should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but they're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? They're not a big deal. Just hit them with a stick or something. Oh yeah, that's a big worry. Not eat them first. Oh, but you might get some eggs laid in your skin. Oh, is that all they do? That doesn't sound too bad. I think I could survive a parasitic larva or two. I don't know. They were pretty big parasitic larvas. Glad being eaten alive is not on the table. I mean, is getting a parasite like that really any different than being eaten alive? They're still eating you, just slowly and from the inside. Sure, I get where you're coming from, but that's a pretty big difference. If a mountain lion gets me, that's kind of just it, you know? Sure, the wonders of modern medicine would be able to yank a couple eggs out of me. Heck, maybe I'd even be able to let the eggs hatch instead of just having them removed. It'd be sad to kill the babies, but at the end of the day, if it's me or them, I gotta go with self-preservation. Interesting. Very interesting. That's an interesting kink, Avery. There you go. I was wondering when you'd finally say something really weird. I knew you seemed too normal to live here. Normal's boring. Hope that's not a deal breaker for our little friendship. Alright. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. You and Avery start back up down the path to town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Marky, you made it, and you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like emotion. No. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. It's all out of whack. Totally exhausted and... Mom has been insisting I caught a cold and I'm buying it, but after this morning I've come around. Definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculous... But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for stuff. Alright, good. Yeah, is someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? Through the general store. Mom can deal with it. Whoa, did I miss something? You good, Kanika? Just some family drama. I'm sure I was gonna take a sick day anyway. I don't want to infect the entire town with whatever cold. Then I'll just infect both of you and whoever else we come across while looking for Stella. Do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all this? Sighs heavily. Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that, until a few days ago, I thought was devoid of all magical supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you in illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. Gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us? A little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we've found so far just wasn't. You need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? You mean like Sailor Moon? He had a Sailor Moon shirt that I never saw. Let's go with that. We have to meet her mom. Not sure what she's planning to tell you today. That she couldn't have told us at least last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. For last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Good witch. Isn't Glinda the good witch? Where was she from? The east, the west, north, south? Wicked witch of the west. Is Glinda the good witch of the east? Maybe I should stop making fun of her for the whole new age mystic thing. Lots happened the past couple days. I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. I need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. I think last night just pushed her over the edge. Okay, we'll go with the keen eye one. I know I've only known her for a couple of days, but it feels like she has a tendency to run from difficult. Usually she just changes the subject, but I guess this time she wound up literally running. You're absolutely right. As her friends, we can't let her be alone. I've made that mistake before. Yeah, it's always tough to leave a friend behind. You really shouldn't. She seems like she needs some help. Plus, she could get mauled by those weird little creatures or worse. Exactly. This is no time for anyone to be off on their own. Who knows what kind of weird stuff is out there? After the past couple nights, I wouldn't be surprised if there were actual Bigfoots in the woods. Way to eat any human who wanders too far from civilization. Bigfoot's thirst for human flesh? Is that some kind of common knowledge I wasn't keyed in on? Actually, I don't know. I don't think Bigfoots eat people. There are Bigfoots because, you know, that whole entire thing about there being Bigfoots and eating people, or people would go missing in the woods, I think. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste time another minute. First, go to the cops? No. Not the diner. Not to the mines. I think we should go to Stella's house. Good place to start. Maybe she's just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I'm curious about doing anything by myself today. In case I meant to get another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. That's fair. That's very fair. There's a lot of ghosts all over the place. Actually, not even just ghosts. There's ditchlings, there's ghosts. Who knows what else is out there? Make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the window. This is quiet. The world outside muffled as you take a cautious step forward over the threshold into the air of the living room. No excitable pug rushes to greet you at the door, and you have a feeling that no Stella is going to emerge from the shadows to sleepily greet you. You seem to recall that Stella closed the door left for the library yesterday morning. Detective instinct set in, and the muscles in your arms tighten. Your shoulders straightening. If danger lurks ahead, you're ready for it. Because, you know, we could definitely punch a ghost in the face. Yeah, that's it. We ate breakfast here together yesterday morning. She closed the door behind us. Both with her for the... Came home last night. Somebody else was here. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? No, yeah, we should go in. I don't know if she made it home. No one knows if she made it home because no one went after her, which we should have done. We should have just gone after her, maybe. Although Sybil said that maybe we should not because she would just close up more. Thanks a lot, Sybil. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's. Living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. Aside from a corner of the room dedicated to correct. Stella's house, almost. Everything's organized with a sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as humble as Stella, and only a handful of objects feel like they belong to her. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room. Maybe someone or something caught her off. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget that you said that. I'm thankful that this doesn't look. Investigate Stella's room. Oh yeah, that'd be the first. Oh, hey, look, yep, this is where Stella lives. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. You notice though that the jacket is nowhere in sight. It is in her closet and it's on the coat rack in the other room. Stella's jacket is gone. Letterman one. It wasn't on the rack or in the other room. Not in here, and she didn't have it yesterday. Good, so she definitely came home last night. There's always a chance she left it somewhere. Yeah, she probably came home last night. Assuming she was here, where did she go? Why'd she leave? I want to know why we haven't been able to reach her. Yeah, we should check her computer. Maybe it's unlocked, you know? Not sure we should be snooping on her computer. We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there. Like a note detailing exactly where she is. It's true, which there could be. We didn't break into her house. The door was left open. Maybe the computer was left open too. Oh, that's another one. We might not find her because, you know, we didn't snoop. Snooping could help. Not often that I say that. There's also not a lot of times where you really snoop in real life. Actually, maybe there is. Who knows? But we're going to check our computer anyway. Exactly. If there isn't a password, maybe we're supposed to take a peek. Maybe we'll find the first note in an elaborate scavenger hunt she set up overnight. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not taking any part of this. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. He's totally going to be looking over our shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. That's not surprising. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There's simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. I'm betting she has ADHD and this looks organized to her. And look, there's the swag S, as my office has come to call them and put them everywhere. Whoa, how do we find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. Check her open tabs. It would take all day to count the number of... Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a lot of tabs. Nope, nope. Most recently open tab is Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey, everyone was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day, and I found these little weird guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough, but that is totally staged. Seeing footage of some sort of cryptid nobody has ever heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at this nest. They've been doing something to the animals in town, and apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. Moth Stan loves Mothman. Who would have guessed? I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. I don't know what that means. Is that? Thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so one, this isn't an ARG. I would never. ARGs take a long time to set up. And two, you're not going to believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled "Real Tommy Knockers Real.wave." Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events bound back-to-back nights. This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into the River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. Yes, because there's, big indie horror. I mean, kind of now. Indie horror is kind of a big genre. This is the Kidnapped by Aliens all over. I don't know what Kidnapped by Aliens is. I feel like I should look up Kidnapped by Aliens. It feels like something I should know. Doy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Gary, weird connection, but I get it. Weird doughy white things. Stop cyberbullying or I'm going to call the mods. Oh, that's okay. Lucky's the name of that person. Blocking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self promo. Oh, poor Stella. Remind internet famous. Here's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and underappreciated until the day I die. All right. Checker search history. That's a weird thing. Yeah, this is why you should, like, I don't know, have it linked to you in some way and just delete everything. If you ever disappear, that is. Or, just don't search up weird stuff. Not that I do. That wasn't a clue. Oh. You check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any website since Tuesday night. She came home after last night's incident. She didn't need to touch her web browser. Her browser. I don't know why I add the word web. Her search history is almost entirely work-related. A furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That. Okay, I think we've seen enough. So, if she came home, she didn't go on her computer. Love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up. Company, it's a little neat snapshot, you know? This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? Oh, I don't think there are any clues here. I don't think so either. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. Only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. Aw, she still does those corkboard string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. It's interesting because like I see this be like done a lot in shows, and I understand what it's supposed to mean, but I don't know how many people really do, because you're tying connections. Like this is connected to these things, which connects here, and then connects to that, then to that. Basically, what that would mean. Follow the strings for stuff, but it doesn't seem like Kanika knows that. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe Stella doesn't know that and Kanika's right. Stella's kitchen is messier than she left it yesterday. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. So she ate. The crust of the bread has gone somewhat stale, about as much as you'd expect after being left out overnight. Whoever left it here left many hours ago. It's a little messy, but doesn't look like anything violent. Because we're a detective now. We're a grizzled detective. Possible she came home, grabbed some food, and left in a hurry, right? Did she have somewhere she needed to be? Didn't say she had something she had to rush off to. Maybe she just had a panic attack after. That was over 12 hours ago. How long did we sleep for? I'd hope she would be home by now if that was the case. Tell the sort of person to stop back home to make a mental health crisis? Yes. It's comforting to think that might be all that happened. Panic attack is much more manageable than rotting ghouls or a parasitic doughboy. Fair. Because at least you can find them and hopefully they're okay. Instead of, you know, being pulled into a hellish alternative reality in which you're puppeteered by ghosts. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move. Next. Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now, and we don't have any idea where she might have gone. I was overreacting this morning. Hoped she would just be sleeping in. Can't believe she's actually missing. I can't believe she's actually missing either. I wonder if anyone else would go normally, or is just Stella. Why the church? We'll check out the church. Yeah, why the church? I see what you're thinking. Stella was confronted with evidence of afterlife, so she might try to get into that religious stuff. It's worth checking out. I think we'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I guess you're right. There's no point in not being thorough. I wouldn't mind stocking up on some holy water while we're there too. Seems like a good idea to cover all our bases at this point. I don't think Baptists do the holy water thing. I'm sure Pastor Daniel. Aw, man. He would pretend to bless some water if it meant to keep us around longer. Not linger, though. I don't want him to think we're possible converts. I should not have gone to the church. I forgot about Pastor Daniel, even though we had a recap. No, I lived here for years now, and I never actually been to the church. I don't think anyone has. Hey, dude. My, 4 visitors at once on a Thursday? This is unprecedented. But there are only 3 of us. Followed by ditchlings. We're followed by Wayne? Oh, it's Zane. What's up, old people? What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. Okay, so Zane did the thing that we thought that Stella did. Alas, I've not yet found solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. Look, it sometimes takes a while for the Lord to... Okay, so that means Stella's not here. And she hasn't visited. That'd be 5 visitors in a day. So let's just leave. When he does, you won't forget letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you. And, of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyways, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night. I noticed. Starting to get pretty worried. We hoped maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. Like to talk to my wife. She's just over by the alpacas. So, Marky, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. What do you have to say to him that you can't say in front of us? Please, if you wouldn't mind, this is a personal matter. Pastor Daniel, if you're coming on to me, I got some news for you. I'm not interested. I'd rather folks not pry on this. You know how rumors get started. You're starting one right now. I'm kind of tempted to go with the you can say it in front of Kanika name. Doing it. Important things. I won't bite or anything, I promise. And we can talk here, right in the open. Yes, we'll leave it to you while we check in on Janie. We'll be right over there by the fence that's conveniently in your line of sight, okay? See you in a minute. Alright, Pastor Daniel, what you got? Your friends head over to Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come visit me. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve all their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right there, ready to help them. If only you'd let him into if only they'd let him into their hearts. The pastor's eyes dart back towards the alpacas. Okay, good. You're new in town. What impression did I make? Am I creepy? He just... I think your problem is you keep telling people what to do instead of actually treating them. Like, have you tried inviting folks fishing or hiking? Have you tried throwing a party? Or do you just hand people pamphlets and tell them to think about the big man upstairs? That would require people to want to do things like go fishing. I've put in the effort, you know. Janie is excellent at making friends, but they've all made it clear they're her friends. They try to avoid me whenever possible. I'm sure they've even suggested she divorce me. I don't know why it's so hard. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh no, I sound so bitter. I'm sorry. Just that it's never been like this for me before. I had plenty of friends all through school. Like Scarlet Hollow itself just wants me gone. He's interrupted by the sound of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush of the edge of the property. I just realized maybe I'm starting to yell at my freaking screen. There you go. Tulip, come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back into the wood, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you gonna be good? We're going to skip story time tonight. I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? Just a bit time they got fed. You can give them hay. Kinda nice to have alpacas. Do I want alpacas? I don't think I'd want to take care of animals. Good dog. It maybe more of a cat. They can't take care of themselves. Just kind of, well, dogs do too. Depending on your dog. Tulip smiles broadly. See, excited for the prospect and hurries off. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment. She's been trying to run off into the woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees. Must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. If you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends, telling us that they wanted to go out there. Some fictional creatures just made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garbage. 7. Of course she would get some funny little idea like that. I'd love to get the community to rally around a big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all that junk. Oh, Tetanus Lake? Stella told me about it. Lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip would stay away if I started calling it that. Sound more alluring. Okay, so it's a really big trash dump. Oh no, we're not doing that. I thought you were saying about imaginary friends. Actually, no, that's a good question. What's that you were saying about imaginary friends? Oh, she's been talking about these friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live in the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her friend. Nothing to be overly concerned about, except the trash heap situation. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanika and Avery walking back to the two of you. They must have finished talking to Janie. Janie said she hasn't seen Stella either, so better get going. Thanks for suggesting we head up here, Marky. We got to feed alpacas. They were so cute and soft, it was awesome. Janie says she'll come by diner with cookies for the miners. A few extra for me, of course. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you all be on your way. I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers for the big man for her. All right, thanks. See ya. Maybe he's just maybe it's because he's very nervous and keeps telling people to pray. Because, you know, some people might not like that. But he is a pastor, so I guess it's it's part of it. It's part of who he is. It's part of his job mostly. So, what's that about? He seemed pretty talking to you alone. Yeah, he didn't say anything weird, did he? He wanted to know why everyone in town thinks he's creepy. That's why. He is creepy. That isn't it? People do weird things all the time to try and fit in. Point taken, but that doesn't mean he isn't creepy. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? Kind of that weird thing, too, isn't it? Where, like, if someone tries too hard, they start being a creep because they overthink things, and they do things in an odd way instead of just being themselves and hanging out. Maybe he's kind of forced a few things too much. Talk to the cops. Why not? Sure, nothing against the officers of Scarlet Hollow, but you've met them. Think it's worth the trouble? I don't think I have met them. As unhelpful as they are, we are dealing with a missing person. That's cop stuff. Probably going to be more formality than anything, but there's no point in not covering all our bases. Have we met the cops? Police station, exactly what you expect from a town this size, Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks for a department that doesn't get much of anything done. You're also not here alone. You enter to find Bo and Duke standing between you and the officers behind the desk. But listen here, Hugby. Hugby sounds familiar. Maybe we did meet them. Big Betty was set to win a blue ribbon, so don't you go telling me she was just a pumpkin. Oh, is Hugby? Is that Duke's cousin? We worked real hard to get her that big. Raise her up from a seed. It's not fair, officer, sir. I understand, Dad, and all, but I just don't see what y'all want us to do about it. All y'all care about the pumpkin, but as it stands, this job isn't a job. This simply isn't a job for the police. Actually, it should be. If someone's trying to steal pumpkins and like trespassing, that sounds like the exact type of work a police officer should be able to help with. I'm lazy. Although there has been there's a missing person. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. They should be investigating. Now, if you're able to find some kind of evidence that Julius or somebody else stole this big bet of yours, then you could get a lawyer involved and take it to small claims court. Dang it, deputy. Dang it, deputy. Ain't finding evidence what y'all are supposed to be good for? That Julius has been stealing what rightfully belongs to the Callaways for all his life. And you folks ain't done a lick of policing to put an end to it. Told you we were better off handling this ourselves, Daddy. Cops realize you've entered, their attention quickly shifting to you. Well, if it isn't our little prank caller. Oh, that's right. That's why Hugby sounds familiar. We were stuck in the possession land thing and tried to call people, and Eddie kept coming out of our mouth because we were Harley. You know you're not supposed to do that, right? There's laws in the books about prank calling emergency services. We'll let you off with a warning for now. Only because it was funny. Are you guys part of a cult and that's why you're not doing your jobs? You know, for the greater good. Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. She isn't. Heard from her. Hey, what now? That's just our Stella always running off. I wouldn't worry too much about it. She'll turn up dead if they don't do shit. This is different, Earl. No, I wouldn't be up here there bothering you if it wasn't important. Yeah, for one thing, someone friend her last night. He's been trailing Marky since he got to town too. Do the ditchling one. She shouldn't be off on her own when there are so many ditchlings around. I'm sure you've seen them by now. They're everywhere. Sure, we have seen some strange animals lately. We've certainly been getting... Oh, thank you. I just keep doing them. I don't know. I don't know why. It's I'm looking at the character. But thank you. And we've been getting a lot of calls about them. So either Scarlet Hollow is suffering some kind of mass hallucination, or we've been invaded by whatever they are. But what are you expecting us to do about it? Ain't y'all supposed to be shooting or something? I don't know why I did that with Bo. I can't remember what I did for Bo yesterday, but that was better, but much better Bo voice. Now, son, we ain't animal control, we're the police. Are you kidding me? Town doesn't even have an animal control department. Oh, maybe it should get one. Y'all are no use to all, you know that? Them things have been after our chickens for at least a week now. Open your eyes, boys. There are strange things afoot. Oh, that's not the one. What's the thing? Why does he keep bringing up a cult? Nothing has put signs towards a cult except for the carvings, I guess. Can you folks arrest a ghost? Can you folks arrest a ghost? You know, if you were actually worried about your friend, you wouldn't be wasting our time with this sort of nonsense. I did Dugby's voice. Now, deputy, this is an interesting question. If it's a guy in a mask, yep, I figure we could take care of it so long as he breaks the law. You know, some kind of carnival where he's trying to scare everyone off and get insurance money. Which is actually a plot of a Scooby-Doo episode. I think it's the one where he's a clown. But if we're talking a manifestation of a deceased person, I'm not sure if that's in our jurisdiction. Also, hey Urza, how's it going? How's your night? Getting ready to start streaming soon in about maybe a little under or over an hour from now, depending. Also, you guys go check her out. She's gonna be doing some Genshin pools if you're. Links in the description. The link tree thing that has a link to everybody. That's cool and awesome. There you go. Plugs. Might be more Pastor Daniel's wheelhouse. Now, why did you bring this up anyways? It's a hypothetical question. Okay. Like you folks are busy. Okay, the cops were definitely no help. Not at all. Well, that was a total waste of time. It wasn't a total waste of time. We got to find out what's been going on with Julius. He's been missing from the diner for a few days. Comes in every single day. Maybe he's preoccupied with ditchling. Hope he's okay. Next. Check on Oscar and Rosaline. Diner. No, actually, well, before we go from there. Old Maxwell place? Tabitha put them in a broken down ruin that she should have bolted up. Guess it's good they have a roof over there. Cousin's gonna get an earful next time. He storms off down the road, and you and Avery follow close behind. Don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grab your attention. You ditchling approach a cornered pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you. Eyes settling on you with alien indifference. So it's not the one we punched. Maybe it is the one we punched. I don't care. I don't know, looks like the one we punched. Distance, you hear the furious patter of many feet approaching. Long. Punt it! You take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and focus on the creature's body before propelling yourself towards it. Hook connects with the ditchling's hide, leaving an imprint on its body as it crashes into the wall. Makes brief eye contact with you in the alley before both you and it turn to face a peculiar sight. Ooh! Small pack of dogs pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall, and then take turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What happened? It's Daisy and Scraps too. Dogs that ran against Jimmy in the last election. So they just formed a gang and started killing ditchlings, I guess? Every other dog in town, all together in some kind of ditchling hunting dog gang. They formed a posse, you see. Dogs here. They don't take too kindly to strangers coming around laying eggs in their kin. Pixel timidly steps toward you. Wait, does Pixel timidly step toward us on its hind legs? Pixel, you got out of the library. Poor cat, come here. What's up? So, how's it going? You're looking at me kind of funny. Pixel cautiously walks towards the group. We're clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. Guess he likes you more than me. Thanks for keeping him safe, dogs. Back dogs scamper off. Their work is done. I really wish we could talk to animals. What the hell is going on in this town? Dog politics. Glad your night's been okay, yours. Pixel in tow, you and your companions continue on to the old Maxwell place. Old Maxwell place it was clearly once a mid-century modern home, and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time. But it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. Sure, you can approach. The door opens and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Oh, sorry if I started, y'all. You're worn down enough I could hear you coming from a block away. Morning, Oscar. Thought we'd stop by and check in. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalind has been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He had a long night and it shows. His graying face seemingly having aged in the hours. Please, come on in. Pixel! Oh good, he put a cardigan over his tank top. Rosalind rushes taking Pixel gently from your arms. Hey Rosalind, hey Alexis. Look who we found on the way up here. So worried. I thought the ghost might have done something to him. Luxus is helping us put. We don't plan on staying here long, but the girls seem to have fun, or seem to be having fun with it. Thank goodness. Even after all they've been through. Yeah, this is kind of cool. There's like this weird intercom thing and a jacuzzi. Maybe you guys could fix up that rundown. Is a lot cooler than that. I've already met a ghost, so if it turns out to be haunted, there's no big deal. Y'all aren't traumatized after last night? I don't know. The past has been really weird. I figure if I've survived all that, it'll only get better from now on, right? And we went through it together. I think that helps. You two are way stronger than me. My nerves are so frayed. I feel like I'm one more traumatic event away from a heart attack. Same. I think Rosalina's got the right idea. We're out of the ghost dimension. It can't hurt us unless we let it. Go back to the library. Yeah, and none of us are going back there, but it's not like it's going to come after us out here. The memories can impact us now. And memories can't hurt you if you don't let them. That's how I feel anyway. Spoken like someone who definitely won't have repressed trauma about being possessed 5 years from now. I don't want to try the jacuzzi. Not until it gets cleaned and fixed up, maybe. That's a big maybe. Sorry again about the library. Sorry again about the library. Apologize. You're a person. You are more than a pile of stones. I do kind of wish we could go. Thanks for letting me borrow some of your clothes, Alexis. You can borrow as much as you need. I have plenty of shirts, and for laundry, you can do laundry at our house too. Of course, there are some family heirlooms that I'd rather not lose. Portraits of my parents, my father's mining jacket. I don't like the thought of their last living memories being forgotten. The fact that it stole the library from me too. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, what's gonna happen to your career now that the library's closed? Why did it do that twice? Good question. I've been up all night wondering the same thing. If things stay the way they are now, it's essentially like the library burned down. The books are inaccessible. The building is unsalvageable. If in that scenario, the county would have to put up money to build a new archive, or we'd have to move someplace where I can work in an existing library, and Scarlet Hollow would lose a valuable public service. Oscar. Sucks. So you and Rosalina would leave? We're not doing that, right, Dad? We're staying here. Is there any way you can just start over and rebuild the collection? I'm sure folks around town would be willing to pitch in. Would be a lot of work. Possibility. Still, maybe it won't have to come to that. Have you seen Stella? We haven't been able to find her since everyone left the library last night. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her, and she's... I'm going with that. Okay, Marky, we're going to find her. It's not good. You know, terrible. This isn't my fault, isn't it? This is my fault, isn't it? I should have done a better job warning her. Practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. What if she's at the library trying to get back all her equipment? What? Well, you never thought about that one. I don't think she would, though. But then maybe, what if she was? There was no way how she would react when she found it. Besides, you don't know how bad it was gonna get. You can't blame yourself for everything. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not gonna be possible. You're only one guy. That's what Rosalina's always saying. I suppose I do apologize more. Really do. Now I'm really starting to worry. Sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something happened to her. Something bad happened. But it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Sure, she'll be okay. But you should probably get back to looking for her soon. Oh, she never said for free. She put him up there. You think you'll stay here long term? No, I'll find a way to get the library. Our house with it. I don't care what it takes. I'm not letting that creature get the last laugh. I've been thinking. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal going on in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods while entire buildings are being taken over by supernatural creatures. You think there was an inciting event, right? That's my thought too. If never liked this in the holler before, something must have happened to kick off all the magic stuff. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only start happening once Marky got here. Kanika shoots Avery a glare. No, we are not throwing Marky under the bus. But there's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. There's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. I guess. I mean, since so many bad things happened, if I showed up and I was a magical catalyst to everyone suddenly having amazing luck and winning lotteries and good ghosts showing up that aren't trying to steal years from people, then, it's a good thing to be a magical catalyst. But since I'm here, weird goblins have showed up, animals are dying, they lost their library, there's weird carvings, there was a cave-in, and a ghost wanted to take my years. That's kind of a bad magical catalyst to be. People get the wrong idea. We're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to shaw him. Nobody's going to drag Marky into a witch hunt on my watch. I like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Marky magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. But if there's a catalyst for all this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Marky getting into town isn't the only major event that happened lately. Berlan died over a week ago. Those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time he arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Perlan passed. I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put the genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are unfortunately in the library. I told you putting everything online was important. No one uses paper anymore, Dad. We're right. It'll be my first project if we get the library back. Learned my lesson. Until then, I'll just have to make do with what we can find on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. Finding these weird stuff. The mines and another in your basement. Might be more. Those carvings you mentioned last night, right? I think there was something like that under my house until all this time. I think someone must have put it there. That's actually a very good question. Who made these carvings and why are they there? What if one of the carvings is what makes Reese sick? Gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Marky. Marky, didn't you say you felt something similar to the Mayan seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there too. Uh-oh. Losing the library is already a blow. but losing the only doctor's office in town seems like it would be bad. Here's hoping we sort things out before that becomes an issue. Oh, let's say that. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things in the woods, right? Those... Yeah, the Anguished Doughboys. I kind of like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird faces peering out of the bushes. Like them. Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just kind of think they're interesting. Their own. Not Pixel. He's the best cat I've ever met. He's like a little dude. How do we know he didn't get infected already? He was out all night. Is he gonna be okay? I think some dogs kept him safe. Like a gang of dogs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. Gang of dogs? Suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact. But we'll make sure he stays safe, right, Rosalina? I'm not letting him out of my sight ever again. I think there's something in the clinic. Door yesterday, and I could feel something pulling me towards it. I almost forgot after everything that happened yesterday. You said there was something that reminds you of the mines, right? Dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Tell him that something bad might happen in his house. He might want to stay someplace else for now. If the last few nights are any indication. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. Got an iron grip on the poor dude. Probably even more of a skeptic than I am. Oh yeah, we should do this. I'm sure Reese will be fine. Reese will not be fine, even if there is no ghost haunting. Reese is not fine, but he mentioned a movie night and we can use that as a cover. Who knows if that would... Last night, I'm pretty sure she's not going to let us anywhere near the house. The only doctor in town. Can't just ban people from the clinic. Enough to justify a visit over the next couple days. We're going to investigate the clinic. I think we're going to have to break in. Whoa, this is an unexpected... Whoa, that is unexpected coming from you. Tripping over my own words. Hydrate, everybody. Make sure you stay hydrated. That's actually a very important thing, to stay hydrated. I think. At least that's... A voice theory. Thanks for listening. What Stella would do, she's been free this week when it finding out spooky stuff. She's also been 3 for 3 when it comes to finding her way into mortal peril. This is why we have to find her as soon as possible. It shouldn't fall on me to suggest we do something dangerous. I'm terrible at selling it. It's not like I don't think we should figure out what's going on in there. We just need to be cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any ghosts, even if it's to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Give me a day or two. Just give me a day or two, some research, or to do. Is it just me? Does that read weird? Just give me a day or two, do research before you do anything rash, okay? I think it's supposed to be just give me a day or two to do some research. I won't hold it against them. One typo. They're missing a 2. Good. I thought I was going nuts. Why do we keep mentioning a cult? Let's try it. Finally. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. let's not all get let's not get all satanic panic yet, just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would know if there was some ran the place. Oh, good luck with the update. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Oh wow. Hope that updates in time. I've got to agree with Avery on this. I feel like I'd have picked up on something. Cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have had an impact there. Doesn't need to be active. I gather those hirings talking about whoever left them there is probably long gone. Oh, dinner's very important. It's good that you had dinner. Dinner's more important than the update, but yeah, go do your thing. Go check out that. I'll see what I can find. You never know. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. Get around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. We're going to get the library back, and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong in this town. Oh, so that's Oscar. Other ideas? I don't think we should check out the mines or the diner yet. I think I should go straight to talk to her mom. We could go to the mine. That too. Get tea with your mom today. Sure, we can humor her. She's going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something. Which might actually work, who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. The bells of the general store chime, welcoming as the three of you enter. Nika, there you are. You're supposed to stay in bed today, remember? Hello, you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella is missing, and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. Bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town sparing that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. Thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Marky about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to him. I'll just be doing a tea reading. And not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Marky. It's like, screw the tea reading. I'm out. Kanika turns and heads toward the stairs without saying another word. Good thing Kanika has her mom looking out for her. She seems so tired today, and you'll probably be able to find Stella without her. So sorry to be a bad host, Dave. Sure, Winnie needs some help at the diner. Ah, you're right. A toy left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. Sure, those leaves are very particular. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask. Which, as flattered as I am, you think I'm magical. Lady who likes tea. That's just what a witch would say. Most of the time. I don't know. I don't know any witches. You know someone who might have been a witch. Might have cast a curse once or twice. We'll find out. Look, saying doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned. I won't push it. Just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We'd be cool. We'd be cool about it. I'll leave y'all to your non-supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch you tomorrow, Marky. Okay, so there's gonna be a tomorrow in this, I guess. Is there 5 episodes? Am I dumb? I might be dumb. There's times where I'm dumb. Being dumb happens often. Oh, there is a 5th episode. Because like there's episode 1. I thought there were 4 episodes for some reason. Maybe it's only because there's like soundtracks for episodes 1. Find out. If it says episode 5 after we're done with this one, then I got another night of streaming this game tomorrow. So I guess I might be streaming tomorrow, even though I was planning on not. I have a 12-hour day of work. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing. Diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards. Follow Sybil to the tea room. Please have a seat. I've never done a tea reading. Drink the tea and then we see what the leaves look like. Take a seat at the small table. Dark here. A sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright glowing lights over the place. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup. It smells light and citrus, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. Same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner. Special blend. Help clarify some of the visions you. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about sip your tea? Take the tea, sipping it delicately. Citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core. Like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and you find yourself feeling more comfortable. You're relaxing for the first time in days. How did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Well, my family's been in the hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. The other day, you promised to tell me what was it? Savory tales of my mom's youth. Okay. No, yeah, we'll start with that first one. That seems a pretty nice way to do it. I most certainly did. Though might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. Prone to do that. Town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Family wasn't good to her. Caroline was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine. Just to say, she was not a very kind. Yeah, I guess that makes, Tabitha, that must rub off on Tabitha. Similar to Tabitha, but more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow. Your mother wasn't a shrieking violet either. I don't know what that means. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as her punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Yeah, wait, what happened there, Mom? That's another good question. Let's go with the why did Edwardine raise them? Their entry into this world was violent. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. Oh, what do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. Two in that generation. Eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardy never spoke about them. Well, let's just go down the line. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family. About the men. Suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardy. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Stewart, or something. Edible. Sorry to any Stewart out in the audience tonight. Apparently your name is very forgettable. Vivian said her father was some teenaged fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. Prego. Fairly certain it was similar. I believe she was the one who ended it, but with town and all. I guess she skipped town when she found out she was pregnant. Came to me for advice. Right. It was like she'd handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born. But she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the scholars weren't particular, I knew. But the way Vivian was that night came to me. It stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. These kind of say the same thing, and we already went through the whole entire talk about them. So we'll just go with finish the tea. You close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it. The small cup empties save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Oh good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now, Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. This doesn't bode well. About every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. Oh, it might be because we've, seen a ghost that tried to take years off my life, and we're in a town that seems to be possessed by said ghost and ditchlings and weird carvings. But that's just a guess, That this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Oh yeah, you think? Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, not sure. But we may at the very least, be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, lurking in place. No, it's gotta be Prixel. Maybe Frou-Frou. Those are the only two cats I know. No, Wayne's kind of been guiding us in a weird way. It's not Stella or Kanika or Oscar. I don't think it's Reese or Avery. Hostile, but no. I mean, Tabitha, we haven't spent much time with Tabitha. She's been worried about us, but at the same time, what if she knew? What if that's why she invited us? For someone else to be there to get your ears taken off? Something. I don't know. Could be a thing. How do I know you're not the cat? Shoot. I mean, Wayne's been an interesting figure in this whole entire game so far. Or the whole story overall. And he's been kind of following us and showing us. She knows what Wayne is. None of them. I mean, I'll say Wayne. Wayne feels like a safe bet to say. He's my good friend and I trust him though. Says he's my friend, but don't trust a word out of that man's mouth. But I doubt he's the cat. The cat implies a certain level of two-facedness. I don't think he possesses. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. Oh god. Stella. Dragging us down this whole rabbit hole, kind of. No, I don't think it's Stella. Tabitha's not really been two-faced. Kind of just been mad at us. Although she does show some concern. Be on guard and keep vigilant. Someone close to you. You know from the ditchling that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stone carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with it. So the cat reveals itself. It seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. Sensed any others around town? Think you might be able to find another? Yes, I do. We talked about the clinic already. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return to the and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later, maybe. She's there, then maybe. Oh my god, what if she is? What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. No, I felt another in the clinic. That's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around. If I recall correctly, there's a hill that'll take you nearly all the way to the second story. That's what I thought. There has to be something like that. He never locks any of those doors up there. That's not safe. Just in case that's helpful information. How do you know? Wait, how do you know this? How is this information that you know? Do you sneak into the clinic, Sybil? I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating. And if it just brought up... Thanks, so... It's actually been incredibly helpful. Just in terms of like if I was in this situation, which we already know that we have to go to the clinic because there is something there, knowing that there's an adversary that's two-faced, and trusting this whole tea reading, especially with what's been going on and with Sybil's, he could be it. Her whole read on the situation, and she knows who Wayne is. She talked about Wayne. And probably what he is. Yeah. Been helpful. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well. I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't. Thank you again for humor. Not that active. Can't be the cat. He is the cat, then I've been deceived now. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're back to the door. Careful who you put your trust in. Ready for it, my bells of its door flat in the stale. What if... Go checking on Kanika. Not going anywhere before checking in. Let's knock. I lie down for a while. I'm not your mother. Oh, Marky, what's up? Here, let's hang out. Just give me faster in here. You're frantic crumpling and clinking and shuffling of she tidies her room. Okay, come in. Oh, very goth. Nika's room is a sort of place that's stuck between the past and present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packaged it. All right. Aquarium on her desk catches your eye. Someone else, it might seem empty, but about the creature lurking within. I don't usually have people over. Don't judge me too hard. Tip: dialogue options marked. A romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. Okay, just confess your feelings, really? Packing for something? Motion to the stack of cardboard boxes. All my stuff from college. Seemed like a waste to unload everything. It's not staying here long term. So I just have to pack up again eventually. Guess I did move back in over a year ago. Boxes have been sitting. Okay, now I'll load them back into the van and get out of town. I'm going to the clinic. I was hoping to check out on with Reese. I want to know if he knows it. Sure he's okay after what happened at dinner. Yeah, screw this. Why did I even listen to my mom in the first place? I don't need to sit around in my room just because she said to. Maybe we should have just left. Before you make it to the stairs, the light turns on, startling both of you. I thought you were going to get some rest. It's creepy. Especially with that like sound that's going on right now. Really get back to bed, or this cold of yours will only get. Also, her whole silhouette thing going on. I still have a lot of energy. I don't. Of course you do. I know. Sound has been a detriment. Miles and I want to see you healthy together. Oh, okay. Sybil, you're being a little weird. Barely know Kanika. Oh yeah, we do need to let her wash. That. Sorry, Mom. I know I've been neglecting the general store. Let Miles run off the other day. We should have just left. Also, yeah, we're gonna go. It seems like we have to go to the clinic alone no matter what. That's alright, Kanika. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't learn the valuable lesson from that. Get you to bed. Back to all this town mystery business. Marky, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. Mom is right, Marky. You can go on without me. See you later, okay? Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch as you leave. Is she the cat? I was pretty sure she wasn't until just now. You make your way up the familiar hill past the vows. Okay, sounds good, Urza. If you guys want to check out Urza's stream, links in the description. I'm a lurk. I will definitely be lurking there. Let's see. Oh, sorry, guys. Ready. Oh. Sounds good. Okay. Cool. Get your dailies done. I'll be there for the pulls. I think it should go on for the end of this chapter. I think we're coming up to the end of this chapter now. Guess this is a chapter 5. Long before you find yourself. Secrets in time. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gets you up here, and then you can get the. For some reason, Sybil knows these doors are. Like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, God, towards the whatever emits this See the hill Sybil was talking about, wrapped around the back of the old hospital like a. It should take you directly up to the second floor. Locked doors of the. So, interesting thing. If we had gone to the mines and the diner, if Tabitha wasn't there, then I'm pretty sure she'd be the cat. Because she left. She hadn't been there this morning. It's one of the few mornings. She was trying to keep an eye on us the entire time. She invited us out here. That's a ditchling right there. That's a raccoon and another ditchling. But, yeah, maybe she knows something we don't. And trying to, you know, sacrifice our years to a ghost. Make your way. Oh, what? No, I shouldn't do that. Maybe? Nah, we'll make our way up the hill onto the terrace. Good, we landed. It's unlocked. Upstairs, the clinic feels like a. Old furniture is covered in plain white. Place hasn't seen it. Clinic, free to explore as you please. You can feel the odd sensation again. Nagging pull of whatever wanted you to find it. Caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. Been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Reese dead? Oh. Marky, what are you doing? Gambier! You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. Killed you. What are you doing sleeping in the morgue? Be casual. Very casual. I haven't. Did you think you'd find her in the... Words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and eyes wander to the back of the wall. This is weird. Yeah, we'll follow the pole. Touch the wall. It feels disappointingly. Hey, are you okay? Feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder for a moment, the thing on the other. Make him understand. Why wall? He'd see thing, but wall stand in way. Let me inside. There's some kind of magic shit going on. Do that. Glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? Probably a bad idea, but you really need to get in there. I'm pretty sure there's an emergency act somewhere. Need to get the doc out of your hair. Our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Doc out of our hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and find it for me. Surefire way to get out of the house. Most of the time, it's true anyway. How'd you learn that little trick? You're a teenager whose doctor mom won't leave you alone for 2 seconds. You learn how. That's true. Why use axe when I have arms? Why not just break wall with fist? Axe now. Sounds great. Lead the way. Great. Lead the way. Sweet. Right back. Strides past you, his long leg excited. His usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around. Hear a soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the bottom of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. Coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. In the morgue. Still feel like shit, but I think They try to keep some juice down. It looks all out though. It just picks them up. I've got an errand to run in on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale too. Sorry to ask. I know you're... No problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. Take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. Theatric grasp on has left his voice. Excitement rising in his place. Come on, we don't have long until she's back. What if Reese is the cat? What if this is him striking? As you step out of the morgue, you relax. Everyone's the cat now. That's what it is. Everyone is the cat. They are our enemies. The extra space between you and the carving has hit your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. One of those emergency fires. Should be pretty obvious wherever it is. Well, I'm not sure where she would be keeping. Show you around. Doc's office sounds good. Make your way to the doorway. Nope, no lock. X. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of papers and cabinets. Something on her desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family. Read the files. Reese stops in the doorway, trying to watch you leave. Death certificates. Sleep apnea discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Oh, I think it's pretty. Oh, Reese said that. Okay, I thought that's what we said that. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Okay. Age 89, cause of death, heart failure, signed by her granddaughter, Pearl Ann Scarlet. Very normal, almost made it to 90, died of a normal old person illness. Fall from cliff. Organ sustained impact, lacerations to the neck, and body consistent. We flip through. Oh. What if male Scarlets have been sacrifices over the... That's why there's not that many. All the women are notable. All the women are named. But you don't hear about any of the men. So what if the men who, like Enoch, who got flung off a cliff, all died in mysterious ways? Crushed in mine collapse, body not recovered, signed by his brother Enoch. Joseph, 1914, died. He was 30. Louis Scarlet was 14. Both killed in Normandy in the line of duty. Okay, that's not really a thing. Like, you know, murder. Infant boy. Delivered. Stillbirth. That's Charles's son. Alexandra Scarlet. You know, Alexandra Scarlet was 9. But she was just missing. "17. Mary Bell Scarlet." Oh, that's the one that gave birth twins. Wow, that's a... Eyes flick up to front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder. Before you happening, you're pushed back out of view of the front door. Shit. In here, we gotta hide. Hurries to the closet door, motioning you inside. Slip inside and squish yourself into a little... What little space is available into the near... Close on your heels. Where's the stream real quick? Let him in. Let him in. Together, you stand as the door. The doctor makes your way to some room deeper into the clinic. Silence at the tiny closet, every breath too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from. No, we're not flirting. I made my decision. Quietly wait for the danger. Two of you stand to the suffocating closet, take loud breaths as if she could hear you breathing. Footsteps soon to turn. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards, broadcasting her location, all the way to the hallway just outside your. Steps return. They get louder, approaching to the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door. Leave. Probably only got a back, so let's make it. Fire room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is like fire axe, it's probably the room full of chemicals. Oh, that's a weird place to put it. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through a slightly ajar door of what you was my room. Yes, there it is. Keys. There we go. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe. A splash of brown catches your eye. Small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries with a wide 8-pronged leaf. The end of the sprig is tap onto the counter. Now we can. Reese stops mid-sentence as he notices you staring. He stoops to pick it up. Puts it down, but not before breaking. Not a pharmacist. The room is just for storing stuff she orders from a pharmacist in Brevard. Or you can answer. The two of you hear something in the distance. Turn to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. You can hear her approaching, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. Follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement. Pull of the stone carving guide you back. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from him. I thought we were upstairs. We went all the way down. Okay. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. Clinic. I thought I told you. Oh, I was just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, I'll be sure to put in earplugs. Drown out all that industrial clanging you listen. Oh, good. He listens to industrial music. Now, that's actually perfect for breaking down the wall. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of you spending. Can't be good for your mental health. Refrigerator for corpses. Have a blanket this time. Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay. When it's time for dinner. Hear the door at the top of the stairs. Sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent. Hey, on now, yes? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's do this. Okay, we know that. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down the wall. Good. I feel like I've been missing out lately. Stop asking questions, it's time to see what's on the other side. Do this. Have at it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through air as you strike the wall, cutting through butter. Stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff. Cold seeping from the forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell. Sound. That'd be a weird sound. With an earthy mildew smell. I almost said sound again. Like the room is slowly filling with dirt, and with the stink of the grave-like room, yawn comes an even stronger compulsion. Step forward. Climb, and you climb into the hole. Wild. I had no idea any of this was here. Our hospital and rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Hey, Red, how's it going? I'm multi-talented a little bit, just a tiny bit, Omari. Yeah, I'm streaming and watching Urza. Gifts. Anyway, if any of you in the audience want to see Urza and her pulls in Genshin, links in the description to the link tree. That goes to also Red, who also. But it's also a lot of great streamers and content creators. So go check them out. Marky tasking. Marky task. Well, that's kind of good. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that. Anyway, back to the game. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? Ah, we're having a seizure. And we're getting a vision. You don't respond and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten. Water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. Sawdust. Oh no, we still have the axe. We're tearing through walls. This one has snakes and goats and wolves. Or lions, not wolves. Foxes. Foxes are interesting. Enoch, I thought you were calling to come. Worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Nick, what am I gonna do? Calm down, Teddy. Doctors know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I found an alternative. Well, they don't. The doctors don't know what they're talking about. I think I misread that. We won't have to worry about anything from here. Promise. I want to talk to the witch. Nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Interesting. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. Tore down a wild animal. Found some weird carvings and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. You okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? There were no ghosts? No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. That's actually a good question. You carried me through a hole in the wall and up and down a bunch of stairs? What? It wasn't super far or anything. I just picked you up and carried you. I might be sick a lot, but that doesn't mean I'm made of paper. Actually, it kind of does. You seem like you have a lot of muscle atrophy. And normal people can't pick me up like a child, and you must be really strong. I mean, no, seriously. I just wouldn't have expected that. Sorry to doubt you. Clearly you carried me because we're in your room instead of that abandoned hospital wing. Oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, thank you. Oh, shoot, my eye. Ah. Thank you. I like the lights. Lights are off. It's been a while since I've had the lights up. I usually do like the in the dark. Well, I have in a while. But yeah. Also, this side's like purple. Blue purpley thing. I don't expect him to be able to carry me. I don't know if we should show him we doubt him. What if Reese is the cat? What if Reese is our enemy? That's this. We'll go with this. I don't know if this affects how Marky thinks about what's going on. But yeah, I understand. Underestimating someone like me. I couldn't even eat spaghetti yesterday, so I see why carrying someone might seem outside the realm of possibility. Dr. Kelly, know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figure you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. I had like a hallucination. I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hand would look wrong on my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. My family has dark secrets. Yeah, this is actually probably what... Or this. It's clearly a big gas pocket. I mean, it could be. Actually, he would seize up and fall over too, I think. We'll go with this. Old family like yours, I believe it. Hopefully that's all ancient history, though. Isn't technically every family old? Like, if we still exist, that means your family's been here for a long time. You didn't call him. Oh, no. So what now? Oh, we'll go with this. That might be a little tricky. The dog is on a warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine. She's not happy about it. But after I looked this up, no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we have to wait her out. Why would you... Oh my god! I was thinking that. Oh, what if it is Munchausen's syndrome by proxy? Or is it by proxy? Isn't Munchausen syndrome the thing where you want attention, but she doesn't like the attention? But she's keeping him sick by poisoning him for some reason. The internet says this is a castor bean. It's to make ricin. Super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. Maybe that makes me hungry. I probably shouldn't, because I think, wasn't it in Sixth Sense where the mom had Munchausen syndrome and he was poisoning her daughter by putting soap in her soup while she was sick in bed? If anyone feeds you soup and it makes you sick over and over again, yeah, don't eat that soup. Probably shouldn't be hungry when you hear Munchausen's. But yeah, this is purple, red. This is blue over here. There's two lights. They're shining together, combining up behind me. You know, that's actually like a lot. Those are the two colors I like a lot. I kind of use them in designs here and there when it's viable. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's trying to kill me slowly or she just likes keeping me sick to be dependent on. Either way, I don't like that. I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. You sure found a cure for that. Ricin is really bad. I don't know. Maybe it's low enough doses, or maybe I developed a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is enough proof that it was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. What if he is some weird unspeakable evil and the doctor is trying to keep him weak so he doesn't kill the town? I'm not saying that's true, but it could be a possibility. I mean, the doctor did also, like, the doctor felt nostalgic for the old times, and you could see it in the conversation with her we had with her last episode during dinner. And he did feel weaker after eating the dinner, so he is definitely poisoning him, and it could have been in the food too. Well, his food, his specifically, not everyone else's. That's why she didn't want us to be there when she was preparing the food, and wanted us to stay out of the kitchen. With your evidence, you should be able to go to the cops. Maybe not the local cops, but a cops. I don't have the castor bean from the farm. I do have the castor bean. I do have the castor bean from the pharmacy, but I still have to prove where I got it from. That she used it to poison me. Possible the cops might just think I snapped, and it could turn out even worse. I don't think the doc would hesitate to have me committed if it meant she could keep me here, keep her hold on me. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out you... Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika. She's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. Yeah, there you go. Let's do this one. One step at a time. Let's just start by waiting out your mom and getting out of here. You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I could call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rearview mirror for the rest of my life. We'll see if we can wait her out. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof. She always said it was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. But we can try to break them anyway. Distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. Draw me like one of your French girls, Reese. I believe you owe me a showing of she no cheat death. Watch that. I believe I do. Reese gets the movie set up and joins on the bed. Let me know. I'm not a great judge of how others will react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't. The slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Where's this point? Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. With the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs is poisoning her son since her... I've seen a couple of the director's others. They're all interesting, though probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV shows. Then they wind up tying back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world, and really engrossing. It's found footage used to it. Can't believe I'll be able to just do it. Why do you have vampire teeth? 20 years. Like, watch movies with another person. Or talk to people, ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese has had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. The game really wants me to flirt with Reese. And yeah, she does sound evil. I agree with you, Red. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to get out of this basement. True, I shouldn't be counting my... We still have to get past the woman upstairs. Tenses his back, straightening his muscles, clenching as he's... Hopefully, we can just wait her out. If not... But his features soften as he once again immerses himself in the film. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. Love that there are all these distant yet little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together, you can realize fundamental horror. And then it sees you back. Cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. Probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now. What with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. Don't what? This movie's too scary. This is too scary. You told me. Reese, are you feeling okay? Jittery. A really weird day, and I think being down here is making me anxious. Popped up on adrenaline. Getting out the dock is better. The longer we wait, the more likely it is she'll figure out that we're onto her, and her to lock me up again and be third. Knock on the window. Know that voice. That who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Yeah, why did he call him that thing? So yeah, okay, so this is an interesting thing, Red. Few things have come up since the last episode of me streaming this. The doc has been trying to keep him like medicated, but we're finding out she was poisoning him with ricin, a very, very powerful toxin, very, very deadly stuff. You can't like maybe if she knows how to dose it, she could make him a little tolerant and up the doses here and there. However, he's sickly, very sickly and skinny. And he carried us from a clinic, from a morgue, all the way around the house without alerting his mom somehow. He also has pointy ears and kind of vampire-y teeth. And Wayne, who's another weird supernatural thing, is calling him that thing. Like, what if she knows some? What if the mom? What if Dr. Kelly knows something about Reese? Where there's a reason she had to poison him. Like, what if he's supernatural also? What if he's a weird thing? What if he's the Omen? But also, I don't know. It's interesting. I have tried flirting, but not with Reese. I've tried flirting with Stella, who we can't find now. He hasn't hurt anyone. Why did he call you that thing? Is he some kind of monster? He wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people that want to hurt me. Both of us, Marky. Window shatters. Okay, yeah. Alright. I think there's a lot more credence to the whole theory that Reese is some kind of evil creature. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out of the canvases, his ghoulish figures healing themselves out of the two-dimensional worlds invading yours, crawling up the walls. What is Reese? Okay, leave us alone. The surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Oh, Jesus, I think we made a mistake. Stay where you are. Let them protect us for a bit from the who want to control us. I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here. I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the dog. Oh god, he's... No, we're not doing that. And we're not waiting for this. Maybe we can try and leave. Mess have you gotten yourself into? I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly's in danger. Monster on loose. He's a werewolf or a vampire or something. Clinic emergency scary. Here we go again. Stay put. Don't move a muscle. Don't get sucked into any ghost dimensions or stuck in a mind collapse. Do you hear me? I'll be right there. Cousin hangs up the phone. Try and leave. Oh, hey, look at that. You're bound up the basement stairs and rush to the front door. You pull, but sealed up by his constructs. We fucked up. I think we fucked up. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. Make your way to the door, back into one tree, now washed away. You know, lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to bear with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there's a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Door. Grasp the handle and turn. Duck. Roll out of the way. We're powerful. We can roll. You're quick to follow her command and your body falling forward and rolling gracefully out of harm's way. The gun isn't very loud, but there's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out of his chest, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you... How did you? If you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out beneath cracks in the wood. Reese's panic, pulling in a mob of furies, hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hall, and Wayne, overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. We're going to the morgue. We're getting an axe. Oh, interesting. That is a weird coincidence, Red. Need to arm yourself. Get an axe. Practically flying down the steps. Axe is still lying on the floor where you and Reese left it. You pick it up. Feeling of safety settles in your chest. You grip the wooden handle. At least you have to fight. You're prepared. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out from some unseen speaker. You, Marky, I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help both of us. What the hell is your son, ma'am? No, actually, poisoning him seems to be a good thing. I wish I knew. It was fun until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was going to be a bitch, but they don't know the half of it. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you the further instructions when you're there. Yeah, well, fuck it. We're going. Axe in hand, you rush up the stairs from the morgue into the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. Oh, someone's coming. It's a bottle labeled Carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. Hey, buddy. Good, you should hear this. Marky, you don't have to do anything she said. I'm not going to hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in the basement, or maybe someplace even worse. Keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. This is Tough choice. I mean, he is kind of a monster at this point in time. But I'm not gonna let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese. I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to. You wanted a good relationship. You had your chance. You decided to convince me I was dying instead of letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now. The consequences are staring you in the face. Stuff. Did he just slap him? Reese cries out in pain. Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? See for the briefest instant something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow and now it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothes. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. Okay, cool. We're gonna do the thing where we get the tranquilizers and get to the safe room. No, we're going for the safe room. This is happening. Make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door and slowly breaking apart the mass of paint sealing it shut. Let past her into the safe. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, I didn't know those were a real thing. Tonsil stones. No. I didn't know they were real at all. Guess it is like pearls. But it's not like a pearl necklace. Shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. Stomps on it, painted viscera splattering across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still. Probably have a few minutes. While we're at it, what other secrets are you keeping? Maybe if we both survive, I might decide to share a few more. Don't go telling it to anybody. What is this room? It's a safe room, an old x-ray room, lead wall. After I realized the whole situation was a possibility I had. Of course, with special... Glad it could finally come in handy. I'm not glad it could come in handy. I'd rather it not come in handy. It's one of those things that's, you know, better safe than sorry to have, but you never want to use it. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing. Find out. I'll after he hit puberty. Yeah, I don't... Elf ears! He has pointy ears! I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out. Specialist, but nothing. Then we had an argument. Changed right in front of me. It was nothing... A couple inches and some facial abnormalities. Enough to be scared he could see that, and he stopped. Thought it was a one. But the second time it wasn't as subtle. It didn't go away as easy. Then that's when I knew for sure this was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before me. Depending on what counts, this is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different. And I just make sure to stay up. Rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. Why'd you start poisoning him? Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. I was medicating his illness. Started when he was around 15. I'd been giving him increasing high doses of Clonopin. But his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever... I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was very suspicious and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. Who approached you and what did they do? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. I might die tonight. Sure, I'll tell you. That's all I have to say about that. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? It buzzed. Was it? First I thought he was some kind of werewolf. I think it's Sybil. He is. He doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him, and what he looks like, it's just examine him while he's fully transformed. Fascinated to know what happens to him. How his body does it. Pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out. I guess that'll just have to remain a strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Reese just kind of happy. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. Kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episode. Manic sleep paralysis. Actually, kind of sweet. They were just dreams. It's very apt to say Jesus at this point in time. For more than one reason, other than other than it being odd and a lot to take in. The fact that she had an immaculate conception. Maybe not immaculate, but I mean, guess because I mean maybe she's not a virgin. Yes, this is Monster Boy Reese's mom, Dr. Kelly, who's been giving him poison, but apparently that's been stopping him, like I kind of thought it was after finding out he carried us downstairs somehow, despite being very thin and sickly and stuck in a basement all his life and not working out. Then all of a sudden my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. I think it's pretty obvious he's dangerous. The relationship between you seems so different. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready. But he made me love being a mom. Not like it was sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change. This is part of being a mom, too. And to make sure the child you brought into the world is around eating people. We kind of know he's dangerous. What's the game plan? Both. Oh, I'm full of elephant tranquilizer, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convinced him to see things from my perspective. Oh shoot, hold on. Oh shoot. Hold on. The camera's dying. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're back to normal. Yeah, we are. Very normal looking. I use a camcorder for my streams, and I forgot to plug it in before we started. Trying to prevent bad things from happening to it, like my last camcorder, which is over there somewhere. Anyway, then we all live happily ever after. Oh, that's right. She's gonna lock him in this room. Can't change much. But he's a willing captive or an He's either under my constant supervision or he's dead. This has to go. All right, we wait for Reese. Sound of breaking glass cuts through the silence of clinic outside the safe room. What if he just leaves? Have we ever thought of that? Two of you stare out in the hall. All right, Reese. Oh, he big. Oh, he look weird. This is what you were so afraid of. Hand over the tranquilizers. This is. Why didn't you load them already? Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me state him. We can deal this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. I'm just gonna stand there, shocked, and let them do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, he's also probably in a lot of pain. She should probably put him out. Oh. Can't say nothing. Leave this decision to the woman. Just gonna keep blasting away. You two. Help me drag this thing outside. We're burning it. Three of you stand around Reese's mangled, still twitching body. See the way he's trying to stitch himself back together. Tendrils of flesh meeting and joining, the clicks and pops, bones snapping back together, and the horrific wet sounds of meat resealing along ruined edges. Cousin pours gasoline over his body. She seems very unfazed about the whole monster thing. He screams as he erupts into flames. Human, ruin on his face and capable of making him unrecognizable, sounds beyond a guttural wail. It seems to last forever, and then it stops. Then in its absence, there's only the roar of flame, sobbing of his mother staring down at the writhing, burning body of what was once her son. I laugh about that kid. Mel. You know what he was? No. But the door was sealed shut, and I got a bad vibe from your call, so I took the gun from my office. I was already armed when I rounded the corner and saw him. It just had to be done. Thanks for calling instead of trying to handle this on your own. If you're going to insist on poking your nose where it doesn't belong, letting me know when you get into trouble, preferable to finding out after the fact. Not crying for this. Kind of weird. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I feel left him alone like I'd asked, and he would have hulked out some other time when no one else was around to call for help, and you'd be dead, and he'd be free to lay waste to the countryside. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, Joan. The acrid smell hangs in the air, the stink of burning flesh stinging your nostrils. But he's gone. There's only a charred pile of ashen bones where his writhing body once lay. Nothing moves, nothing tries to mend itself. There's nothing left to be mended. Not a word of this to anyone, or there'll be. Have to tell me twice. Dr. Kelly starts back down the hill towards the clinic, leaving the ashes. Park down the hill. Let's get out of here. I need a shower. My hair smells like burning corpse. You make Two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked. Among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow, places her gun in the trunk and turns. Every other time you've gotten into trouble, Stella's been with you. Where is she? She's been missing since last night. You what? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, you were kind of gone. The two of you are interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen appears at the edge of the road, fast as her geriatric pug legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed, whines as she stares up at you from the ground. Eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and running away when you try to. Stella. You and Tabitha follow Gretchen into the woods. I hope so too. I hope Stella's okay. Gretchen nervous. Imagine if we tried to flirt with Reese and then he turned into a monster. What if we romanced Reese and then he turned into a monster and we ran away with him? Is that an ending we could have in this game? I am curious, and maybe one day I'll find out. But yeah, Gretchen nervously runs ahead of you and Tabitha, looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. She does know what to do. Pour along the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a 2-lane road lined on one side by sheer rock. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the under. Great, she's alive. Let's go. Let's go talk to her. Oh, you two like each other. Please, don't drag me into the middle of that. Doesn't that matter that Stella and I have a thing? You two. We can both talk to her. I said no. I'm going to make this easier on both of you. Before you can say another word, your cousin Array turned and left. You take a step forward, gravel crunching under your feet as you walk along the edge of the road. As you do, you turn to look back behind you. Tabitha's already gone. Can't say we didn't try. Stood on the log beside Stella. Yeah, Gretchen found me. Had to come here. Accident happened. Parents died on this bend. Rained. Sun was fine. That's actually a very dangerous way to be in a car. However, it might have saved her life, I guess. I thought, oh, it had just rained. That's right. Oh. Oh my God. It sheared off the roof of the car. She only survived because she was laying down. Oh, that sight when she saw waking up must have been very horrifying. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was afraid of. All right, I know. Long while. I try and remember them. It's all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even. Has been like that. Delay must be bad. Hold on. That's I'm seeing the chat late. Or it's coming up late. Talked about this stuff before. Take her hand. Got to her, taking her hand. It's warm against the skin of her knuckles is soft. Finally, tears. Oh, I thought that it was a teary thing. She finally tears her gaze from that. This is why English is weird. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours. A hint of a smile creeps upon the corners of her hand. Shifts, her calloused palm fitting, strong and comforting. Two of you stare out at the road. Accent is probably why. I want to see them again. I want to know whether I even never found it. I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen. Red haired and burbs. Crash again. Been a whole day. Stella nestles into you, her well-muscled shoulder relaxing against your body. Share each other's warmth at White Mountain Road. Gretchen pants lazily. I came out here hoping. Arm around your shoulder. Faded scent of her shampoo mingling with the natural. Nice. Rest her head against your shoulder, closing her eyes serenely. Fred's but barely contained grin that just because they weren't. I've thought a lot about what might come after. There's some. Guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. Hope that means that there's a good version too. Where there's still a long car ride. Long life ahead of. Stands up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags Jing. Quiet night air. Before we go, I should tell you about. You relay the events of the evening as best you can, saying it out loud somehow makes it feel like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened. Tabitha made the right call. I mean, they kill someone. one traumatic event. New one's going. We're flirting! Alright, it's been an option that I've not taken in a while. You offer her your arm. Smile slipping hers and pulls you closer until follow her inside. I think I should just follow her inside. I'm also with I was hoping you'd ask. And I think I'll go with that. Stella ushers you inside, a barely contained grin threat. For a day. Take a minute, then. Man, I would kill for a shower. You've built up quite a lot of crime today. It's all yours when I'm done. She hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Gretchen immediately curls up in her bed, clearly exhausted after a long day of worrying. And after she has a chance to fall asleep. Her and you, Gretchen. Was it? Open the door, please, Marky. Fucking hell. Come on, man. We gotta confront Wayne, though. Alright. Summon the bravery to cross the room and open the door. Wayne cocks his head and the stained veil over his face fluttering. Light breeze outside. So I kind of want. I'm a. Wait, what? Screenshot. So you can expect that as the next thumbnail. The outside of his clothes are what you at first think might be gore. Quickly realize it's actually paint. Of course it's paint. Paint is gore from what just happened. Because we fought paint creatures. There are wide claw marks down his shirt. From the painter. But he's still in one piece after his altercation with Reese. Stare at him in silence. Not happy to see me? I know I'm interrupting your little evening of fun. That won't keep you. I just want to offer a suggestion for how to spend your time tomorrow. Tabitha will be busy out at the mines. Take advantage of that. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you. Or the estate. You might find something interesting. Alright, cool. Thanks, Wayne. You've been in my house, where I sleep. He slowly steps back, shining eyes fixed on you as he disappears into the dark night beyond Stella's door. Creepy. Awkward. Calm down, Gretchen. Talking to somebody, Marky? No, yeah, we're gonna tell her. Why lie? She's the cat. Which is the enemy. Not just because Gretchen's the dog that's friendly and very nice, but that's what Sybil told us. Wayne stopped by to try and spook me. I could take him. No. I could maybe take him. Okay, so it's a lie, because you're lying that you could take him. You're being a little more honest for yourself that you could maybe take him. Probably not, though. You don't have to worry about it. It just stopped by my house at a very late hour while I was preoccupied. Too tired to care too much about it, and at this point, I want to collapse in bed. Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric bug there is. Get to bed before I pass. Right, but you said you want to shower first. Sorry. A little fuzzy from staying up for the past day. There's fresh towels in the bathroom, and I've extra bathrobes. Wash so they're fresh in the morning. Ah, a nice shower for once. It somehow feels like the longest and shortest shower you've ever taken. Too tired to think. Too tired to process the flow of time. Stella sits out the bathroom door. Quiet and comfortable. Dry off and step into one of her extra robes. Follow her! Walk by Stella and into the bedroom. He gently closes the door behind. Sorry, I didn't clean up before. Authentic Stella experience. Slips past you and lies on the bed. Slightly damp from the shower. Skin fresh and flowery. Smiling dimples crease edges of her mouth. Ah, we'll kiss her. Kiss her, you fool! Get closer to her and close your eyes. The magnetic pull of patient rolls down your spine and across your skin. For a moment, lasts forever. Take in every detail. Forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it, the slightest hint of campfire. Comforting heat of soft, calloused hands against your thunder of your heart beating ever. The tension rises and rises. Then it breaks. Fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold on. That is a nice boop. Ah, I know where you are in the story. Sorry, it took so long to reply. But apparently there's a lag. But then she pulls you close, tighter. Two of you. Eventually the two of you break away, gazing at each other from up. Drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted. And tomorrow may bring some new horror. Whatever happens, you'll face it. The end of episode 4. Okay. I'd like to continue this world. Save. We're saving. I'm pretty sure this game's finished because it's been a couple years since it came out. Alright, good. Yeah. Alright, awesome. So, that was Scarlet Hollow. Come out with episode 5 later. Probably tomorrow. I might try and stream tomorrow. It'll be a little later than tonight was. So, that's probably good news for you, Red. Because I have a long day tomorrow. And I'm going to stream. I'm going to make sure I stream. I need to get more back into the endurance of working at an actual office and coming home and streaming because I enjoy streaming. I've recorded something, so hopefully I can edit that sometime soon. Maybe this week. I do want to edit a lot more, so I got to play a lot of shorter games, but I will continue to play longer games and stream. There's another game I want to play next, and I can't remember what it was. One of them was I kind of wanted to do some Final Fantasy, but I'm kind of liking the whole. I kind of like sticking to the horror vibes, just because I know horror gets a lot of attention out there, especially indie horror games. A lot of people do it for the scares, and it makes for great shorts when you get scared and stuff. But I also really enjoy just the stories that horror can because horror isn't always just jump scares or creepy things. It delves deeper into hotter stories, more interest, like not more interesting per se exactly, but can have that supernatural element to it that like brings in like macabre kind of feel into. Also, Red, you're gonna hear this a little late, but we went and hung out with we found Stella, who was the love interest throughout the whole entire game for me, basically. At least for me, it was. My goal was to romance her. As soon as I found out there was romancing options, we flirted with her, and now we're comforting her after she told us about how she lost her parents, um, and all the traumatic things that happened tonight. Yeah. Yes, I like horror games. I like horror stories, but it's also because like horror and comedy have like a very interesting relationship in the fact that they try to subvert expectations different. But a good mixture of the two, you can tell a really great story with a lot of fantastical details and information. And you can dig really deep, can scare people. Anyway, Urza is currently streaming. She already did her polls. I saw she got some 5-star stuff, I think. I think that's how they do stuff in Genshin. I don't play Genshin. I apologize to anyone that does, and I'm messing things up greatly. But if you want to see her play with a new character, I think she's testing him out right now. Follow the link in the description. Find her in the link tree. But I want to thank you all for hanging out and watching tonight. It's been a pleasure. We're gonna go through episode 5. Maybe there's also an episode 6, but maybe episode 5 is the conclusion. I have no idea because there's no way that shows me how many episodes are in this game. But maybe I can look it up more and we'll figure it out. But with that, remember the world's chaos. Go out and be magnanimous. I will see you all next time. Later.